So this boat here is quite similar to the sit on top kayak in its design, with the main difference being that this one actually has a cockpit that you sit inside. And what that does, it allows you to be a little bit more protected from any weather, and allows you to be a little bit warmer. But the downside of that is if you do tip over in your kayak, you then have to perform what we call a wet exit. Now, it's not overly difficult to do, and it's just a little bit more time consuming, because once you tip this boat upright, it's going to be full of water. So you either then have to go to shore and empty it out, or once you're a little bit more advanced, is you ask some help from any people that you're going kayaking with, and they can empty it out whilst you're still on the water. But then it becomes a bit of a pain to actually get back into it. So there are pros and cons. It's a lot more stable because you're sitting, I guess, kind of below the waterline. Someone like me, I'm quite top heavy, so a sit on top kayak I can be quite tippy on, whereas this one here I'm very, very stable because I'm almost beneath the waterline where I'm sitting. This one has adjustable foot pegs, as would most sit inside kayaks. So what you need to watch out for is that not too many people are using it. If they are, it's not too difficult to move the foot pegs, it's just another step that you need to be thinking about. Again, we've got hatches. This one's just got one main hatch at the back here. The difference here is the back is actually sealed off, so all of this compartment here I can use to put any gear in, dry bags or that kind of stuff, and it will all stay relatively dry once it's in the back here. You've got your drink bottle holder sitting at the back, and then the map holder at the front. Again, it's a very, very stable boat. This one's actually got a huge wide cockpit here. For someone like me, this is my personal boat. I wanted something that if I was to tip over, I could get out fairly easily because I'm a bigger guy. And this one fit the bill perfectly. So there are a huge range of different kayaks out there. It's just, this is my one here. Some of them have smaller areas to sit inside. And so it's really important to go to a kayak shop and just sit inside one and get a feel for it and make sure it's the right one for you. This one is probably a little bit more suited to slightly longer areas, longer paddles. You can actually fit more into it. But this one is a fairly short boat, so it's easy to move from side to side, but it can be quite a slog if you're pushing out 20-kilometer paddles. So because this is a sit inside kayak, and we obviously have a huge area here where if any water gets in as we're paddling, it's not going to be able to go anywhere. So we have one of these things here. This is called a spray deck, and this sits around you and it goes nice and snug around the cockpit as well. If you were to tip upside down in here, chances are you're going to get kind of held in the boat upside down. It's a very, very strange feeling, and all you need to remember to do is to lean forward, grab onto the toggle here, and the moment you pull it, that's going to pop off, and it's just going to mean that it's easy for you to come out of the kayak. If you're upside down, it's generally going to push you out as it is. And so that's the key difference between a sit inside kayak and a sit on top.